Okay, so our next project is the leading loyalties program in Korea. If you've stopped by a restaurant or picked up a cup of coffee here in Seoul, it's highly likely that you might have interacted with their platform without even realizing it. They're here to change the way retail businesses understand and engage with their customers. Please welcome Richard Choi, co-founder and CEO of Spoka. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Richard. I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of Carry. Our aim is to connect merchants and customers using blockchain. You know, we are all animals living in the offline world. When I wake up, I have to get my cup of coffee. I have to get a sandwich, get a haircut, meet up with friends for beer. All that happens so far in the offline world. Sure, the mobile and online, they've been disrupting this entire world. But let me just put this into perspective. Mobile retail commerce is a $600 billion industry. Online, which has been around for a little bit longer, is 3 times the size, at $1.8 trillion. Offline space is $25 trillion space, and this includes all the foods, the haircuts, and the beers that you can get. Ironically, offline space lags behind the mobile and online in technology. For example, we still use point-of-sales devices running Windows XP. So if anything, this is the largest market opportunity, but there's so much, it's open to disruption. The biggest opportunity is here. And we're here to solve real problems in the real world. What we do is we offer a service called Dota Points. We install tablets on top of store counters. People put in phone numbers to get points. No apps, no download. We offer coupon services for merchants. We offer analytics and allow customers to be friends with merchants on Facebook, Kakao, or Line. It's a super easy solution adopted by more than 10,000 merchants in Korea and Japan. We started Dota Points. We started Spoka 7 years ago to solve merchant problems. They have a lot of needs in the offline world. They need to solve loyalty. They need to think of marketing. But at the same time, it's the biggest market for disruption, so we started offering a loyalty service. And it took us a lot of money, blood, sweat, and tears to come where we are here today. We raised so far to date $11 million in venture capital from 8 distinguished investors. And we also have partnership with Kakao in Korea. We also signed a deal in Line last year in which we co-developed a product with Line, and they'll be selling our product on our behalf. Facebook is our official partner, and we're integrated with their ad services, fan pages, and messengers. We used to work with small merchants, but now we work with brands that you can all recognize. We've been covered in several media outlets, and we've been lucky enough to get a few honorable mentions and awards. Dota Point is used by 15 million users in Korea. That's 1 in 3 Koreans. A company that we acquired 2 years ago, our competitor, also has 5 million users. Also, we see 130,000 check-in activities a day. What that means is people put in their phone numbers to get loyalty points 130,000 times a day. And what this means is that we know what the person bought in terms of purchase amount, menu item, and where the person bought it at. We have all those transaction data, and we mapped it to phone numbers. We tracked up to date $1 billion worth of offline spending to phone numbers, and with no growth from now, we will still track $2 billion on an annual basis. So we've been at Spoka, at the company operating Dodo. We've learned a lot of real problems. And what are they in the real world? Basically, merchants and businesses, it's very hard for them to understand their business, to their customers. To understand their customers, step number 1 is gathering data. But all these merchants and stores and businesses have data silo problem. Why? Because customers don't have a reason to share information across different businesses, and they're not incentivized to. And because of this, they have a hard time. They invest individually duplicate resources to do this. Also, as I mentioned just before, customers just don't care. They're not incentivized. Also, they don't know how their data is being used. They have no visibility, and they don't have control after they've opted in. And what's important is once a company starts monetizing their data, they're the ones doing heavy lifting, but they don't get a piece of it. And finally, I'm sure you've all tried ads in the past. Whenever you do an ad spending thousands of dollars, you just have to trust them for it, for the report that they gave you at the end. 1 million views, you just have to trust them for it. Also, this means for the merchants, it's very hard to do targeted advertising and actually measure the impact on your revenue. So Carry is here to solve these problems and to bring blockchain to the offline world to solve real problems in the real world. We do this by having 2 token models. First is Carry tokens. This is our main token that will be listed on the exchange. And when we're giving customers an option of sharing their offline transaction data, and every time they share it, Carry rewards you with a little bit of Carry tokens. Also, advertisers can attach Carry tokens to their advertisements so that users are incentivized to open it and actually care about it. And what you do with these tokens is that you can go to visit these offline stores and pay for everyday things in everyday stores. Second model is branded tokens. This allows branded tokens are issued by individual merchants or brands. For example, Starbucks, Nike, or even small mom and pop store selling sandwiches. We allow branded tokens to take features such as loyalty points, coupons, or prepaid cards. So I've done enough talking for now. I'd like to show you, demonstrate exactly how it will work. It's a proof of concept. Imagine that you go into a store wanting to buy a sandwich with cash. And this is a quick demonstration. So you see a tablet facing you at the store. After you've ordered, you can check what you ordered, and you can put your phone number in to get loyalty points. That's currently similar to our existing service. You get a confirmation screen facing you, and on your mobile, on your iPhone, you get a quick messenger confirmation from Facebook. We are already integrated with this, which makes it possible. You can log in and actually check on your Facebook Messenger, which will transfer you to the next our app, Carry app. So what just happened is that you paid sandwich with cash, yet we still log that offline transaction data. And in the next slide, my co-founder will explain how it works.
Coffee from Tea and Tulips, and a pop-up just popped up, and it says you can get additional 250 points here if you share your transaction history. So I like this place, so I'm very interested. I'm going to press accept. And here's the highlight. We enable people to set their privacy settings. This is actually something that does not exist now. And the great thing is that if I'm someone who's very sensitive about my data, I can choose to not share anything, but also not get anything in return. Or maybe I'm someone very interested in opening my behavior and my data and getting very relevant rewards, and a lot of them, in which case I can press high. So I'm kind of in between, so I'm going to just press medium, and then just press done. And look, already I actually have a coupon waiting for me based on my purchase history, and it's a Kevin's Coffee nearby. So I'm going to just press my alerts and press the coffee. And look, I get a coupon. So the Carry token is actually very important. We think that a lot of advertisers will attach Carry tokens to their advertisements to entice people to open them more. And we think that that will drive a lot of the token demand going forward.
So what just happened is that you decided to, you can set your privacy settings and set how much of your data you actually want to disclose to make it accessible to merchants or third-party advertisers. And these carry tokens that you get, you can just use them to make everyday payments. Now, imagine that you've been getting coupons and advertisements for a while and you've been sharing your data. You must have collected, a few carry tokens. Now, what can you do with these carry tokens? I'll show you walk through how easy it is to actually make payments with carry tokens in the real world. So again, you'll walk into a Kevin Coffee. You just got a coupon from there. And again, you'll see a customer-facing tablet. And you put your phone number in there to claim your coupons. And right on the spot, it'll give you an option of what method would you like to use. And you can use Bitcoin, Ether. But at the same time, let's say for this purpose, you want to use carry. You can put your PIN code. We can implement a two-factor authentication. And voila, that's it. That's how easy it is to be able to use crypto in the real world. So what just happened here? We did three things. Regardless of your payment options, whether you pay with fiat, whether you pay with cash, credit card, or crypto, with users' consent, with their buy-in, we're logging their offline data. Number two, they do this because they're now directly in control. They have the ownership of data. They can monetize it by making it accessible or not monetizing it and keeping it to myself, which we think is extremely important. So very high-level view of the summary, and I'm done here. For the consumer, they can just buy a cup of coffee, sandwich, using cash, credit card, and get rewards like you're used to by interacting with their tablet. And if they choose to share this data, then they'll be rewarded with carry tokens. Carry protocol will reward them with carry tokens. From the merchant's perspective, if you want to advertise a cupcake, for example, you can use carry, as merchant can use carry to promote your deals in a form of branded tokens. And you can also attach carry tokens to people who fit in your profile and give the branded tokens out with the carry tokens, which can be used almost like cash in everyday situations. So we are here to solve real-world problems in the real world, and we believe that solving the offline problem is a massive opportunity. We start with 10,000 stores in Korea and Japan, but our aim, we have a big goal, is to introduce blockchain to the rest of the world. Our goal over 3 years is getting into 500,000 stores and eventually reaching to 300 million users, 20 times our existing user base. We also want to expand our utility of our branded tokens from just loyalty coupons and prepaid cards down to financing, such as crowdfunding of stores and also debt financing. I'll be here all evening. If you have any questions, feel free to come up to me and ask me questions. Thank you.